People must need snow. We got some drama, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. My name is Christopher Belly. I'm a certified CPA accountant. I'm a fake boglehead investor. I'm author of the book Stop Being a Broke Loser. It's on Amazon. Go buy my book, bro. You want to take extra money? Buy my book, bro. And we got to talk about PayPal and their recent actions that caused a flurry of condemnation, hatred, and disgust across the world. What did PayPal, my snakes, now do? Well, apparently they had an update to their terms of service. And because they're probably a bunch of closet, disgusting, stinky, fly-covered communists, they now want to fine people up to $2,500 if you are spreading misinformation or disinformation, as the Reichsmarshal says. So, what are my thoughts on this? Well, obviously, this is one of the most idiotic things I've ever heard of in my life. Because the concept of misinformation, the whole thing is misinformation. Basically, if a powerful corporation has an agenda, like it's full of, far left, fat, children-hating, socialism worshiping communists. And, they see somebody that's like, oh, maybe capitalism isn't that bad. And, maybe you should have kids and stuff and, not be a stupid liberal idiot. They might be like, oh my God, that's misinformation. And basically what these corporations try to do is they try to, exert their power on these individuals that may disagree with their opinions. And half the time when I see misinformation, I think most news sources are misinformation because most news is taken out of context. It's slanted to a political agenda. Most stuff that's reported is misinformation. But of course, if it violates a certain agenda, the fat, stinky, blue-haired communist agenda, that's typically labeled as misinformation. But even then, okay, let's say hypothetically, there was a PayPal user that was, perpetuating misinformation. Like he was saying, the sky is green, and we all know it's blue. He's like, no, it's green, yeah. Why would PayPal go ahead and have the authority, the power, of taking $2,500 from their freaking account? Now, that makes me worry because, I talk about index funds and I crap on horrible influencers. And what if they label that as misinformation and they take all my freaking money out of PayPal? I actually don't have a lot of money in PayPal. Actually, I have nothing in PayPal. I've used PayPal and I use it pretty consistently to collect my grift money. And it's a pretty good company, okay? Does that mean the stock's going to 10x? I don't know. But it's a pretty good company. They have pretty good services. And it would make me worried if I was somebody that, could potentially be impacted. If I was a right-wing guy, which I guess I am. If I was a right-wing guy and I was talking about right-wing stuff on the internet and PayPal's, stinky left-wing, shark-covered communists, apparently, they might start taking my money out of my account, man. It's ridiculous, okay? Well, of course, there was a lot of outrage, and PayPal backtracked. Now, the question going forward about the stock is, well, what does this mean for the company, okay? Are people that have alternative views that are automatically labeled misinformation because they don't fit the fat, stinky communist agenda, is that going to force a lot of those people to leave the platform? Maybe. This whole incident could either be something that's forgotten or something that is remembered and has a massive impact on PayPal's revenues. Personally, I don't think it's going to have a massive impact on the company. I think most people are going to stay at PayPal. We know that PayPal backtracked, and now they're no longer going to fine people up to $2,500 for misinformation. So in the long term, a year from now, nobody's going to remember this, in my opinion, okay? However, if you are interested in buying PayPal stock, which I am not, I think PayPal's at $90 right now. And, well, number one, I'm focusing on my index funds for the near term. And number two, even if I was going to buy PayPal, it would probably be in the 50s or 60s, being perfectly honest. Okay. But, if you discount your future cash flows at the federal funds rate and, you're interested in buying PayPal maybe at these prices or maybe a little bit lower, this may be a buying opportunity, because sometimes how I think of investments, like let's say I'm an active trader or an active investor. I don't buy indices all the time. I just look for opportunities in stocks that I think are undervalued. Well, there's a difference between a company that sells off based on a nothing burger. I hate that phrase. Nothing burger. Probably made up in California. A stock that sells off based on like news that really isn't going to impact the future cash flows of the company. There's a big difference between that and the stock selling off because there is some kind of, fundamental change in the future of the company. Okay? When it comes to this, in my opinion, I don't think this is going to have a material impact on whatever future cash flows PayPal has. I could be entirely wrong, but if you think about it, let's say PayPal sells off 20% tomorrow because of this. To me, that sounds like an opportunity. And I think if you're buying individual stocks, you need to look out for companies that are, great companies, obviously profitable, they have a moat, they're not led by clowns. And if you want to buy that company, wait for an opportunity like that where something hits the news that's BS. Like there was something about Alibaba, and this is going to sound horrible, but there was some kind of assault or some like discrimination where some men were, potentially abusing women. And while that's not a good thing, is that really going to have a material impact on the future revenues, profits, and cash flows of Alibaba? This was like a year or two ago. Probably not, okay? But I think the stock sold off because of like some drama between, some clown that was exploiting women. But if that doesn't affect the cash flows of the company, and it sells off, you might be getting a good deal. This applies to any stock in the world, okay? Because when you're an investor, in my opinion, you're there to make money, okay? If you're some liberal douche that just wants to be a good person, I'm a good person. Oh my God, I'm voting for Obama. I'm so good. Oh my God, even though I'm a loser, I don't have a job, whatever. If you're the type of investor that just buys stuff because it sounds liberal and amazing, you're gonna lose your freaking money. It's like buying, if you had that mentality, you would just buy all the overvalued clown stocks that are futuristic because they sound like amazing and they're gonna save the world. That's completely stupid to me. If you're gonna invest your money, obviously you want to get somewhere in life. You want to get to a point where you can retire. And the last thing you want to do is lose your freaking money. So I'm all about making money, okay? I'm not one of these, fluffers, corporate fluffers. Oh, I want to change the world, and I want to be a good person, and I don't care about money. I want to get freaking rich. I want money so I can retire. And I can talk massive trash more than I talk now, and nobody can talk back to me, or nobody can fire me. Okay, that's kind of my goal. And honestly, I think that should be your goal, personally. So just to take it all, just to summarize it all again. PayPal said they were going to fine people $2,500. $2,500 if you spread misinformation. There was outrage. The outrage was so great that PayPal said, oh, we made a mistake. That wasn't meant to be put in there. Oops. Okay. And now they reversed the policy. So in the long run, I don't think this is going to have an impact on PayPal, but I'm interested to see what happens to the stock, based on this news. Maybe it sells off massively, or maybe nothing happens. I don't know. But it's always good if you want to, potentially buy a stock. Look for an opportunity where something happens that sounds bad, but doesn't actually have a material impact on the company's revenues and cash flows. And that may potentially be an opportunity where you can make some money, okay? At least that's how I think about it. Oh, I buy stocks to save the world. I'm a good person, even though I'm an unemployed loser and I'm fat, yeah. All right, that's it, guys. Cheers.